What up, world? It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live, and I'm doing a video. You know, you already know I'm out here starting up with my first companion to spend time with in the day. Mr. Fred, my first animal companion of the day. A lot of times there's other animals that join me throughout the day. Sometimes other people want their dogs walked and boarded, and sometimes people want cats, and also at the same time sometimes there's like squirrels, rabbits, ladybugs, all types of animals that find their way to me. You know what I mean? But anyways, this video is about lifestyle. Like, this is real life. Like, honestly, I'm the one bold enough to speak on this because, like, I knew, you know, I've always had a diverse range of connection, towards people. Like, I'm not just fitting in a box, like in this matrix in school, the system, whatever they want to say, oh, black, white, Mexican, Asian, Indian, other, and that's cool and all. I'm just saying, like, it's so much deeper than that, because it's like, that's like division, you know what I mean? We, in actuality, like, in business, there is no need to be trying to separate each other by so-called nationality and skin color, because if someone wants to buy a consultation with me, then guess what? It's not going to matter what color they are. I'm still going to be grateful that they chose me, If somebody wants to buy one of the books that I write, then guess what? I'm not going to care what color they are, because they chose me. They showed love. If somebody wants to, whatever, donate, add money, buy a consultation, and all the other wonderful ideas I have, clothing line, whatever, etc., etc. It won't matter what color these people are, because they're choosing me just for my energy. You know what I mean? And like, where I'm going with this is, like, YouTube honestly is a lifesaver for real, because, like, sometimes I've been through a whole lot of stuff. I'm talking about, I've been through a whole lot of stuff, like a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. I'm just in like a hibernation stage right now. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still working on myself, healing, my mental health, just been to myself, kind of, you know what I'm saying? And like, you know, sometimes when these little things happen, it's like, it's so hard. Like, you got to be so strong, but then you may have other people that's really supportive. And, that's why I love doing this, because I love receiving amazing love energy. I love receiving amazing messages, from people all around the world, saying, like, I'm inspiring and I'm like a mentor to them, and, I help them, and, we need you, stuff like that, calling me a king and stuff. And, I love giving that same energy back. So, like, my point I'm making is like, this matrix or whatever, like, nobody said life would be easy. At the same time, like, we still can be, in control of, like, our feelings. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean, oh, we have to force ourselves just to be happy, with the fake smile 24/7. Nah. But also at the same time, we know what lines that we don't have to cross to prevent, any outlandish and, unnecessary stress. And, that, you know what I mean? So YouTube, like, helps out so much because it's straight love on here. You know what I mean? I'm pouring out straight love. And, like, a lot of people, we all go in our little world. We all have different purposes and stuff like that. So, like, I'm not responsible for you. You know what I mean? So, like, with that being said, Like I'm helping to keep the frequency high. I'm here to remind people to choose love over fear. Shout out to Infinite Waters, Ralph Smart on that, my mentor. I get what he's saying because it's true. Like sometimes this matrix tries to get you, it tries to snatch your soul or whatever. People may get caught up, like feeding into fear, feeding into lust, feeding into these, social media traps, feeding into, porn and feeding into the news and, all that stuff. And like, they may feel, drained or whatever from that. And then when they come to our page, they feel uplifted. You know what I mean? They hear the truth, and like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is real life because I notice how my mentality and my mind has changed for the better. Like, just off my responses, just because I'm becoming healthier and healthier every day, literally, scientifically proven. When you go vegan, especially after 20 years of not being vegan, it's guaranteed you're gonna like heal. You just gotta keep being persistent and consistent with it, That's why I'm excited. I'm like, hey, if I can go 20 years without being a vegan, imagine going 20 years with being a vegan. That's what I'm excited for. That's probably what they're talking about, the Egyptian mystery school stuff, saying that in ancient Egypt, they would initiate, special initiates into the mystery schools, after 40 years, and they would come to learn and discover the secrets of the universe. And I feel like I'm in alignment for this, because I'm seeing the signs, honestly. I've always been asking about all this deep, esoteric information, ancient stuff. Excuse me. I'm into that stuff, and like, I found my way into this lifestyle and remember who I am, truly, like, it's for real, and like, I guess the nutrition thing is like the biggest change, is the biggest thing that helped like, improve my quality of life, honestly, because for me it was just like I started to connect the dots. And then you get to a point where you don't have to start explaining yourself why you're vegan or whatever, because like you just know, like if you keep your vision alive of, your dream plan or whatever about living out nature or living by nature or whatever, experiencing new nature places, imagining yourself, off the grid or back in the ancient time in nature, then you can see the vision, plus like, you got to get real with yourself too. Like for me, since I've built all this momentum being vegan, like I'm cool without eating animals. You know what I mean? Like honestly, I'm cool without that for real, because it's like you really don't feel like going back to it the further and further you go being vegan, because it's like that's dead animal flesh, parasites, dead energy, blood, all that stuff. And it's like, to be honest, it's kind of disgusting, where I'm out here in nature with all these trees and stuff like that, all this different live enzymes and stuff. Like, just imagine how it is, in like the Amazon rainforest or something like that, where it's a whole lot more different stuff out there. That's how I see it. It takes more like stressful energy to try to go out and hunt and kill someone, hunt and kill like an animal or whatever, than to just like, peacefully, harmoniously, stroll through nature and you pick up some grapes or some green herbs or some green alkaline plants, or whatever. You gather stuff and you make a soup together with the village, or you gather stuff and y'all create some herbal healing potions, or make some y'all squeeze the different mangoes and stuff to make your own smoothie. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Like that's the vibe I'm going for, and I've been connecting with them too. I'm just healing, and like I'm just saying that because it's true. Like I imagine, visualize, like a big Narnia, a nature Narnia in real life though. I know life is real life. I'm just saying, dare to dream. The Amazon rainforest is real. There's other big nature spaces like that too. So it's got to be out there. That's why I always keep an open mind because it's like, yo, it's got to be out there. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause that's why when you go vegan, you always need to make sure that you're getting out into nature too. Because when I start going vegan, it's cool and all. It's just you go into a lot of resistance. And if you're in the city and you're constantly around, the city people who just, there's just a lot of distractions. You know what I mean? There's just fast food, the same old polluted environments with the desensitized people, So it's like it's really hard sometimes. So like what I found that helped me was to, get out into nature, honestly. Like my mentor, Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters, he inspired me with that a lot. And, it's working for me. It's helping me for real. And it will help you too, for real. Because it's like you see the organic truth. You become connected. They don't teach you this stuff like that. They don't emphasize it in like the Matrix. You know what I mean? They just want you to be a workhorse. They don't care about your feelings. None of the jobs I ever worked at, none of them. They never connected with me on a true compassionate level. They never gave me a promotion. None of that. So I'm just keeping it 100% real. They turning people into robots over there. That's what I'm saying. Like you can leave a job or whatever. They won't care. Like they have a whole lot of people lined up. Honestly, I'm just keeping it 100, y'all, for real. Yeah, you can work there for temporary or whatever, and earn some just to get by. But I'm saying, ultimately, I feel and I'm aware, and since it's the age of Aquarius, I know that hey, we gotta push for more than just that. We gotta push to realize, hey, we're here to be great and here to be worthy for an amazing life experience, not to be slaving away at some contract job, being poorly mistreated, being discriminated against, all that type of stuff. I'm not mad at them. I chose to work at all the jobs I worked at. I'm just saying I do have valid experience to share, and that's just the truth of it. You feel much more whole and complete and healthier and more relaxed when you're working for yourself, or really you're really in like a great purposeful career path, divine path that you're supposed to be in, uniquely to you, So that's what I'm cultivating and establishing now as a young man, So it is real life, and that's why I'm encouraging people to share their message as well on YouTube, Authentic Squad, because like, there's a lot of misinformation, a lot of fear, a lot of negativity, a lot of stuff that I'm not even consuming, So I'm like the lighthouse. I pop up and people are like, wow, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I love those the most. People that show gratitude, that show appreciation, that say thank you and stuff, that's real love. Thank you. That's what people need to realize, like that's who gets, that's who connects. You know what I'm saying? Those who are the most grateful tend to be like the most happiest, and like that's something I've learned to realize because it's very true. Like the more grateful you are, the more happier you can become. Fred was over here getting in the bushes, and I get it. I stand for that. I'm building like a community, like I used to complain about the city I'm from. I don't have to anymore, because I'm aware that I have a big purpose to fulfill, that I'm fulfilling, and I'm not just going to be here forever. I will say though that, I've been uplifting the frequency, and like I can see that that's part of it, my purpose, at least for this city. I feel like honestly, the whole world needs us chosen ones or whatever, diamonds, star seeds, crystals, indigos, whatever you want to call it, free spirits, spiritual people. I feel like we're all around the globe, to be honest. And that's good because, like, the world needs upliftment by uplifting ourselves first. And, like, that's something I started to notice and realize because when you notice that there's other influencers and whatnot out there, you're like, oh, wow, they're not me. But at the same time, like, they're raising the frequency and whatnot. And, that's part of my divine purpose is to uplift the frequency by uplifting myself first. So, anyways, thank you all for watching. It's cold outside today. Y'all have an amazing day. It's Eternal Authenticity Broadcasting Live. Peace.